Welcome to today's explainer. We are going to do something super fun and incredibly useful. We're leveling up your English vocabulary by mastering 9 unique synonyms for the word fast. You know, whether you're learning English or you've spoken it your whole life, it is just so easy to fall into the trap of using the exact same basic words over and over again. But today, we're fixing that. We're going to explore a highly practical and, frankly, adorable guide to expressing speed perfectly no matter the situation. So think about this for a second. If you've ever found yourself using the word fast for absolutely everything, you might actually be causing some accidental, awkward miscommunications. Like, have you ever told your boss you'd give a fast reply? Or maybe wished a sick friend a fast recovery? People will probably know what you mean, sure, but it sounds just a little bit off to a native ear. Words have very specific jobs and distinct flavors, and picking the wrong one can totally change the tone of what you're trying to say. To make mastering these words incredibly easy, we are going to follow a 5-step journey. We'll start with a big picture overview, look at the core differences, do a vibe check on their connotations, check out a confusion matrix, and finish up with a handy memory cheat sheet. Let's jump right into part 1. 9 words, 1 big picture. Let's meet the fast family. As you can see right off the bat, words like fast and quick are incredibly versatile. They can act as both adjectives and adverbs, which gives you a ton of flexibility in a sentence. You can have a fast car, where fast is an adjective, or describe someone who runs fast, where it acts as an adverb. We also have rapid, which you'd use for continuous changes, swift, which carries this feeling of elegant agility, and our slightly clumsy sibling hasty, which means moving just a little too fast for your own good. Rounding out the rest of the family here, notice how prompt can actually act as an adjective or even a verb. Then we've got speedy, instant, and the very fancy expeditious. Now, expeditious is strictly an adjective, and it is absolutely your go-to word when you want to sound highly formal and highlight incredible efficiency. All right, moving on to part 2, the deep dive into core differences. Let's really look at what makes these words tick. Let's start with the patriarch of the family, fast. The absolute most crucial point to remember here is that fast is almost exclusively concerned with physical speed. It's about high velocity. We're talking about how much actual distance is being covered in a specific amount of time. Because it focuses so heavily on physical speed, you'd use this when talking about a high-speed vehicle. Like you'd say, this train is very fast. Or you'd use it to describe a person's athletic ability, like she runs fast. You definitely wouldn't say a fast meeting because, well, a meeting doesn't physically run across the room. Next up is quick. Now, the core concept here shifts entirely from velocity over to time. Quick doesn't mean moving at top physical speed. Instead, it means spending a very short amount of time on a task. It's all about briefness and rapid reactions. Think about grabbing a quick lunch or giving a quick answer. When you have a quick lunch, you aren't literally chewing your food at lightning speed, at least I hope not. It just means the entire event of eating lunch took up very little time in your schedule. Moving on to a fantastic pair, we have rapid and swift. These are incredible words if you want to level up your professional vocabulary. Rapid is specifically used to describe fast changes over time. Think growth, development, or even deterioration. On the flip side, swift describes actions that are decisive, elegant, and agile. Let's look at some classic combinations. A tech company experiences rapid growth, right? The world of technology is changing rapidly. But if there's an emergency, the police take swift action. Or if someone gets sick and bounces back really nicely, they make a swift recovery. Swift just has this wonderful, smooth, uninterrupted feeling to it. Okay, now for a hugely important comparison. You've got to be extremely careful with the word hasty. The whole idea behind hasty is moving so fast that you actually become sloppy or careless. It is speed with a negative consequence. Prompt, however, is the exact opposite. It means responding exactly when you should, right on time, without a single delay. So in the real world, you absolutely want to give your boss a prompt reply to prove you're reliable. You do not want to make a hasty decision, because that implies you rushed it, didn't think it through, and probably messed something up. To wrap up our deep dive, we have 3 highly specific terms. Speedy is what you use when you just hope something finishes quickly, like wishing someone a speedy recovery. Instant means literally 0 waiting time, like instant coffee. And expeditious is your highly formal term for completing something with maximum efficiency. Think business, law, or government. You'd thank a client for the expeditious handling of a matter. Which brings us to part 3, the vibe check. Let's look at the connotations of these words. Understanding the vibe of these words is absolutely crucial to avoiding an embarrassing social faux pas. Notice how fast, quick, rapid, and instant are completely neutral. They just state facts. But words like swift, prompt, and expeditious lean heavily positive. They make you sound super capable and professional. And glaring at us from the bottom is hasty, which is strictly negative. Seriously, never use hasty to describe your own work unless you're actively apologizing for a mistake. Okay, part 4, the easily confused words showdown matrix. This is the ultimate face-off that trips up so many people. Fast versus quick. As we've learned, fast is specifically reserved for physical speed. A high-speed bullet train is a fast train, but quick is strictly about a short duration. You eat a quick lunch. You would never say a quick train unless you just meant the train ride itself didn't take much time out of your day, regardless of how fast the train was actually driving. Now, comparing our time-based words in a business context, an instant response means there was literally zero wait time. Like you hit send, and a chatbot popped up a reply immediately. But a prompt reply just means you respectfully didn't delay. If you reply to a business email within a few hours, that's a prompt reply. It's definitely not instant, but it is highly professional. Finally, part 5, practical memory mnemonics. Let's lock this all in. I want you to mentally lock these first 5 matching pairs into your brain. Fast equals speed and physical movement. Quick equals time and short duration. Rapid pairs perfectly with change and growth. Swift is for action that is elegant and decisive, and hasty means careless and sloppy. And rounding out our ultimate memory cheat sheet, prompt means on time and respectful. Speedy implies soon, like hoping for something to finish. Instant is immediately, right this very second. And expeditious is highly efficient, your new best friend for formal documents and business. So look at what we've covered. You now have this incredible arsenal of specific vocabulary right at your fingertips. Here is my challenge to you today. The next time you feel the urge to type the word fast in an email, just pause. Think back to this list. Which of these powerful words will you choose to instantly elevate your professional presence? Think about it. Thanks for joining me on today's Explainer, and keep learning.